Let's go, champ. What's good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real talk boxing. It is a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be right back with you beautiful people again. Excuse the buzzing in the background. That's my heater. 25 degrees here in Texas. It's cold. Quick update. February 5th, we will be having a championship heavyweight fight out here in my backyard at Crossover Sparring Camp, baby. AJ Ingram versus Adam Creekmore. Redemption fight. And they are fighting for a belt. Heavyweight. All right? So we're getting ready for that, and we're looking for 2 undercard fights. So we're trying to, you know, finagle and ask around and try to get some undercard fights. We're going to try to go live for that. I will be refereeing that fight. I'll be refereeing all the fights, to be honest with you. And we're going to all have a good time. Gary Russell Jr. versus Mark Magsayo. Who in the world is Mark Magsayo? Who is that? Well, I know who he is now. He is the newly crowned WBC featherweight champion of the world. Dethroned the longest reigning active champion in Gary Russell Jr. A lot to talk about this fight, man. I didn't see it live. I fell asleep last night at 9 o'clock because my sleep pattern is off, y'all. I've been losing a lot of sleep because of back pain. I'm having to sleep on my stomach now because if I lay on my back or sit down for too long, it's just horrible for me. That's why even if I did stay up last night to watch the fight, I wouldn't have done a live because I'm up and down the whole time. I sit down for 10 minutes. God, I'm getting uncomfortable. I got to stand up for 10 minutes. So it sucks, y'all. But Tuesday, I'm going to get some injections, and I'm praying. I'm praying to the Holy Father that this works because this is just horrible. But anyway, this was a good fight. Back and forth fight. I don't think neither fighter dominated each other, but it was a very, very competitive fight. Magsayo definitely took the first portion of the fight, the first half of the fight. I saw Gary Russell buzzed a couple of times in this fight. The body attack from Magsayo was amazing. His pressure fighting, his counterpunching ability. He knew exactly what to do with the fast-handed Gary Russell Jr. He didn't try to match him speed for speed. He timed him and countered him. And that's why he was so successful. See, that's called his trainers know what they're doing. Plus, he did not neglect the body. You know what I'm saying? We love the body. We love the body. So don't neglect it. Gary Russell Jr. stated that he had an injury prior to this fight, 2 weeks before the fight. My first question is, how can you be injured when you only fight 22 years at a time in between? Like every 22 years, you will come out to fight. So how you injured? Your body should be immaculate, should be fresh and effervescent. You don't fight, but every 50 years. How can you be injured? But, you know, it is what it is. And I didn't believe it at first. What I thought was he went to the kitchen, cooked up an excuse, because he knew this Mark dude wasn't no joke. So just in case he take my lunch money, I got an excuse. My left shoulder, baby. But in the 4th round, you see them grimace. He did not throw that right hand for 7 straight rounds. Now, I myself have had to fight a fight for 2 rounds with a hyperextended elbow. And that was my left hand. I did not throw that left hand for 2 whole rounds. And I still ended up winning the fight. That was back in 2007, baby. Adversity, man. That's what makes a fighter. That's what lets you know that you built for it, bro. Adversity. Coming back from injuries. Fighting with injuries. Coming back from a knockdown. See, if you ain't strapped up, you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the 4th round, he hurt his, I guess, his shoulder injury, reared his ugly head. And that's what led me to believe that he wasn't lying, because he did not throw that right hand at all. At all for 7 whole rounds. So this guy can't be lying. He got a dude like Mark Magsayo in front of him. I'm pretty sure he'd have been like, man, forget it. I don't care if y'all know I'm lying or not. I'm finna throw my right hand. I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. You know, but he didn't because he couldn't, in my honest opinion. I think the fight was a split decision win for Magsayo. I do. I believe the 10th, 11th, or 12th round, he really turned it on. You know, he was throwing a lot of punches, you know, and wasn't connecting a whole lot, but just his aggression won him those last 3 rounds, in my opinion, and that's what won him to fight. Now, if you ask Mr. Gary Russell Jr., when I seen him on an interview with FightHype.com, he said on FightHype.com that he won 10-2, 9-3. No, stop it. Don't do that. I thought you was lying about the injury, but now, judging by what I seen, you wasn't. But 10-2, no, stop it. I say 5-7 for Magsayo. But in the post-fight interview, they asked Mark Magsayo, hey, you know this dude was down and out. You know he was injured. Why don't you give him a rematch? Will you do that? He said, that's up to them, but I'm willing to fight everybody now, which, in my opinion, means no. Because Magsayo admitted in the post-fight interview. He's like, yeah, I think he hurt his right hand. He couldn't throw the jab. He couldn't hit me with the jab. He just couldn't throw that right hand, and that's why I was able to land on my punches. So you know he's injured, give him the rematch. He's like, that's up to them. I'll fight everybody else, though. Peace, I'm out. I don't blame him. He's a good fighter, though, man. Good footwork, good counterpuncher, decent speed, heavy-handed, and he don't neglect the body. But that defense, if you're fighting someone who only has one hand, and you know that, the left hand, and you repeatedly still get hit by it, I don't know about your defense, man. Because all he had to do was move to his right, and that way, Gary Russell Jr. will be reaching with that straight left hand. And then when he reaches and he doesn't make the mark, you wipe his nose with your right hook. What's wrong with you? It's called boxing, baby. Competitive fight, man. But I like this Mark guy. I like him. Now, I didn't know who he was. I think I seen a promo, the next Manny Pacquiao or something before, but I didn't know who he was. I think he won the fight, split decision. Gary Russell Jr., get your shoulder patched up, jump back in there. And stop coming back every 23 years, man. You're not the creeper. You're not Jeepers Creepers, bro. Stop fighting every 23 years, man. Be active. You're 33 years old. Father Time is going to come calling, and you ain't going to beat him. Trust me. I know. Firsthand. I know. Comment down below. I want to know what you think. As always, respect all, fear none. God bless. Till the next time, Real Talk Boxing. I'm up, and I'm out of here, baby. Boom!